The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So off we go then. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, this guy, Donnarumma, really is a generational talent, Peter. I suppose you have to be good if you're a goalkeeper and your name's Gianluigi. He really has inherited the mantle from his namesake.
Shapes to shoot! He scored! Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Gets a good foot in there. Olise in acres of space out wide. Driving on and making good progress. Good ball, good take. He's found a way through. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking.
I'd give him a decision to make, Peter. Concede the foul or expose his keeper to a one-on-one encounter.
Van Basten, and here's Mbappe. Lovely bit of skill. Rijkaard. Oh, such a clever touch. Oh, the ball's run loose here. And it's Kimmich. Chooses to... It's Maradona! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Isco here's onto this. Oh, lovely feeding, is such a good mover. Now the cross. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Cafu calmly anticipates. First quarter of an hour gone. Olise tries to play it for Batistuta! And that has been clubbed away. Kagawa. Ambitious ball here. That's beautifully weighted. Donnarumma gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Can he get away here? Rijkaard does well to get it back. And he's picked out the run. And he's intervened well there. And it's Isco. And that's a throw-in. Passing is crisp and sharp. That's a lovely, neat pass. Gerrard. And he's quick to snatch it back. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Serginho. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Deflected behind for a corner kick. And we have our very first corner. Isco goes short. Lovely feet. And now a sudden chance to counter. Rijkaard pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Olise, chance here to counter. Look at the space here, and a chance! It's in! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Donnarumma breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Threads one in. Kagawa. Ball driven towards the far post. And it's claimed by the keeper. Olise is one whose deliveries we all know about. Can he get on the end of this? In with the challenge. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Maldini. That's Rijkaard. Batistuta. And the first half is done. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1.
I'm afraid to tell you that we're expecting traffic to be heavy after the final whistle today. Substitution on the field.
So once again,
Number
we're
14,
underway.
Maradona. Coming on the field
Well, that looks
is
a decent ball.
number 24.
Kimmich.
Hazard.
He rises! It's a goal! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! It was a great header. The invitation was irresistible and the finish unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on?
Batistuta gets through. Great chance! All eyes on the referee. It's a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. Pickford, in the context of the game, he must save it. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Well, I'm not sure what body language the keeper was trying to read, but it didn't work.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Couldn't squeeze. It's Kagawa! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different. Gerrard. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Cafu gets over and intercepts. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Shot could be on, and he's onside. Mbappe! Now, who's going to be first to this? Olise.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack. Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Kagawa going face-to-face with his great rival. Rijkaard. Kimmich. And this is Batistuta. Can he get it through? Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Isco. He's had it taken off him. Now it's Batistuta. Knocks it into space, and he's in on goal. Header! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches.
Big chance, and Batistuta! Really well taken goal. Players ecstatic, fans delirious. This is utopian. And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Oh, that's well spotted. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Aims beyond the defence. He's shifting through the gears here. No, it's come to nothing. Rijkaard. Driving forward. Short changes him with that pass. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And here's Kagawa. He's got away. And he's gone. Goes for a shot! Elise. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. And he's going to have his name taken. Tempers are flaring. The referee really needs to get a grip again.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Substitution on the field.
He's shaping up to have a crack from here.
Isco.
So the perfect chance to get one back.
Is number 19, Kukcu. Substitution in progress.
Kukcu! Is it in? Yes, it's an own goal.
No, I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
Fortuitous as it may have been, they all count one. Chance! He's got a goal! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Sticks it away! And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Well, they have a goal, but it is surely too much to hope for a comeback. As up he goes! Well, that is remarkable. No, he's not getting any further than that. Vinicius Junior. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And here's Mbappe. And it's Gerrard. He's in a great position here. Azar. Kagawa. Looking for options for movement. That's an excellent interception. Mbappe! He gets big! No, not the best of headers. Kukçu. Van Basten. And that will be it. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And that gets things running.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively. But it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter. And it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they? And pull it! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Pullet is offering a right smile there. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And that has been clear. And the volley. Decent enough try.
Very speculative with little threat, if any, for the keeper.
you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe, there's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. Good running, strong and purposeful. He rises! Oh, he's hit the bar! Oh, what has happened here? In by Kagawa. Cleared away. Pele. And the counter is on. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach.
Pele! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United have fired themselves in front.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do. There they go, hunting again.
The ball is loose and the chase is on. He's found a way through. Serves up across. Vitinha. And this is Pele. Ball's played through. Gullit could try cut it. Decent chance! And it's in! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. All over in seconds. That's what they can do to you.
Yeah, well, the opposition had plenty of warning here, Peter. Look at how quick they were going the other way. Exactly what you need when you're playing on the counter-attack.
Manchester United are doing very nicely, thank you.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Kaka. Kagawa. Now it's Isco. Great vision. Oh, perfectly measured that. Oh, that's fabulous. Lofted in. Gullit.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Beckenbauer gets over and intercepts. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Chips it through. Played in deep. Oh, what a climb! No, couldn't quite control it.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Well timed, excellent interception. And it's Messi.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
It's a pretty loose pass. Played out towards the right wing. And here's Messi. And no, he's seen through all of that.
Manchester United couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
He's having a shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Serginho. Isco. Now it's Mbappe. No, again there's no way through. He's a sharp little ball here. Chance, surely! And that was probably asking just too much.
He did very well trying to adjust himself, but not the expected outcome.
Now, can they get him away? Played into space out wide. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
2 added minutes has
Tries
been
to play it
indicated.
through. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And the cutback.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's half-time here. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
And the boss is going to be disappointed with the way his team just switched off for those 2 goals. They'll have to take some risks now to try and get back in this game. And it's easier said than done, as we know.
Please be reminded that drinking is only allowed in the areas shown on this map. Thank you very much for your cooperation.
Substitutions taking place.
And the second half gets underway.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
That'll be a corner. Corner number 2 then. Crosses it in. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Rijkaard, he shifted it to the flank. Ball driven towards the far post. Bullet. Vieira. Bullet. Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. And he's going to have his name taken. Van Basten is behind this one. This then an ideal chance to cut the deficit. Van Basten! Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Oh, the keeper, for me, just made that look an awful lot easier than it actually was.
Over to the left. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Time and again they are repelled.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Serginho. Dunk. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Cafu. It's a good run down the right. Just about up to the hour now. Isco. And it's Kagawa. Cafu. Beckenbauer. Knocks it into space. And there's green grass ahead of him. Chance for a shot!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
He has found a way through. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more.
Climbs up big! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Oh, that's a fine interception. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Ah, looks a smashing ball. Pele on 2 now and looking for 3. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. He's shifting through the gears here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Rijkaard. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Van Basten. And here's Mbappe. He's picked his way through. Opts to... Can he finish? Yes! And they are cruising away. And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on...
Chance! It's in! It could be a lifeline! 2 more needed! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 10.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
Number 20.
So,
Mbappe.
just a consolation, or is there a way back from here?
Pele. Number
Neymar.
18.
Neither of these
Messi.
two want to come off second
Coming
best.
on the field. Number 22.
Header!
Neymar.
Should have put that one away.
Well, he's looked very lively. He really wants to put this game to bed.
Number 24.
And that could set him on his way. Oh, it's come loose. And it's Serginho. Rijkaard. Vitinha. Neymar. Bale. That's a nicely shaped ball. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Well, the ball just did... Oh, they could be caught out here. And that's gone loose. And he shoots! And the ball's come loose here.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
But they've got it again. And he's following up! He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Manchester United have their second corner now. And that is expertly dealt with. Isco. That's been cut out, well played. So that's it, it is all over. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running, simply they were beaten. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. There's the whistle, and here we go. Well, there is no one here, Jim, who's surprised to see Wesley Sneijder in the starting lineup.
Yeah, and I think they'll be looking to him to provide all the creativity again here. OK, he may not go box to box, and he is going to require everyone around him to do all the running for him, but with his skill on the ball, he'll make it happen. He'll pick them out.
Passing nice and neat.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Dunk. Serginho. Dunk. And it's Serginho. To Sneijder. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Maradona going face-to-face with his great rival. And here's Van Basten. Van Basten! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Rodri. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Park Ji-sung. And that is expertly dealt with. That pass is somewhat less... Oh, he's gifted it to the opposition. Bastoni. The other side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Bonucci. Milan look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
And it's Bonucci. It's a good spell of possession, this. Rijkaard. Dunk. And it's Serginho. Cafu. That's a sharp pass. Now it's Mbappe. Van Basten knocks it out wide. And he's in on goal. Oh, such a clever touch. And he's made sure that's not getting through.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Can he get it through? Kagawa. That's tidy. Maradona. It's run loose here. Cafu got a long way forward to join the attack. Cafu. Oh, it's come loose. And he's had it nicked away. And he's got his cross in. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Mohamed Salah. Now Otto.
This is the time you need that pace.
And here's Park Ji-sung. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That's beautifully weighted. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And it's Sneijder. Sneijder will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Salah. And it's Van Basten. Driving on and making good progress. That's a nicely shaped ball. Oh, that's nice. Otto did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter. A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
That has not gone well. Serginho is sporting a guilty look after that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
That's an imaginative pass. Just eases him off the ball. Cafu. And there is the half-time whistle. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I wouldn't say it was the most potent performance, Peter, but defensively, very composed. The scoreline might still be 0-0, but I'm expecting things to open up a bit more in the second half.
So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Otto receives it in a wide position. Otto finds himself offside. The pass has gone astray. Up Ji-sung. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Oh, well played. Maradona. And smartly reclaimed.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Schneider receives it in a good position here. Maradona. Maradona. Up he goes! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Van Basten clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Plays it through. He's in plenty of space here. Big header! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Schneider.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And it's Serginho. Best part of an hour, and still no breakthrough from either side. Cafu. Oh, no joy this time. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Yeah, I think it's a scoreline in keeping with what we've seen up to this point. Combined attempts at goal aren't high in number.
It's Kanawa! And yes, it's there! Oh, delicious, such devilish curl.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
So the first moment of real significance.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
Looking for options, for movement. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Played out wide. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Substitution on the field. Number 14.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Coming on to replace him is number 8, Raul. Substitution in progress.
Nakata closing in on goal. Bullish header! Firm header just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Out of play for a throw. Azar. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Out towards the flank. Azar. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Hazard, backward it goes. Bout of passing here, really easy on Mohamed Salah! And the lead stays intact, just.
Mohamed Salah was already celebrating in his head and probably still can't process how the keeper denied him. What a stop! All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Aubameyang! Should have equalised.
Aubameyang is clearly gutted about that one, but he needs to shake it off and go again.
Nicely aimed pass. And it's Van Basten. Showing great feet there. Mbappe! Nice interception, well timed.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
One-nil as we head towards the end. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And it up. Oh, that's ambitious! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
Modern football for you. You get zero time to think on the ball. Take too long, and that happens. It gets pinched.
Into the last 5 minutes. It's Salah! And it's hit the woodwork and out! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary.
Substitutions taking place.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Tries to pass it through. It's a pretty loose pass.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Serginho. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's found the way through. Schneider. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card. That's that, the end. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
Ah, Luis Suarez, the man who spearheaded that famous front three, a striker whose achievements were simply glorious.
Just a machine, Peter. Energetic, tireless, constantly pinning defenders. Those qualities pushed the Catalan dominance to another level entirely. I remember one game in the January of the season when he joined, he was unplayable, and the other two up front acted similarly.
Yeah, and all of that, of course, against a team they hadn't beaten in the previous 6. So, I guess 7th time lucky that night.
And the one Suarez scored was probably the pick of them all.
Beckenbauer, Cafu, Mbappe producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Nedved, he is through here. It's Nedved! Now that is commitment to the cause. Botafogo with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. And he's there to clear it. Mbappe, Nedved, shoots! It's there!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Maradona. And here's Kagawa. Now it's Mbappe. Nedved.
This is the time you need that pace.
Rijkaard demonstrating his defensive quality there.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Maradona. Passing is crisp, but there's the shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Oh, what has happened? Chance, surely!
And he was there to get a vital touch.
Mbappe is offering a wry smile there.
Defending of the desperate variety.
Botafogo are looking to go forward now. It's a searching pass. And it's Maradona. And that has left him in a heap.
Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Oh, no messing about, it is red.
Well, he stayed down and is in very obvious discomfort here. Botafogo are down to 10 men. Hazard. Thuram gets a foot in here. That's a promising run he's making on the right. Can he spark a counter here? Nice physical challenge. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. Big chance! It's hit the upright.
Cleared without complication. That could spell trouble.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
He's got away.
Oh, look at the... Can he finish? They've scored! They have come roaring back.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And he gets rid in a hurry. It's their second corner of the game. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And now they can spring out of defence. Mbappe is someone with real dynamite in his boots. That's good vision. He has a look out, and the shot! And that has been clubbed away. Nedved.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Now this could be a chance. And he's cut it out. Not the most accurate pass. Nedved! Tries to play it through. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. That has found him in acres of space. Thuram did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. That's a cute ball. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Nicely spread. And it's Nedved. It's a good run down the right. And he's managed to get free. And this is Luis Suarez. And that'll be the last act of the first half. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So there was the first half.
Who wants half-time when you have a contest this good? I can only hope it picks up where it left off.
So all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break.
Substitution in progress.
So we're into the second 45.
Nedved does well to get it back. And he plays one through.
Just the goalkeeper to beat. Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. The ball is on the spot, here we go. Goal! Botafogo! Not a twitch, not a blink.
Yeah, as decisive as it comes. Spot chosen, spot hit.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Stood up well to him there. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And this is Luis Suarez. He has found the way through. Cross neat, he gets big. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Real chance! Great chance! This time surely! And yes, it's there! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Well, my sympathies go to the keeper, who was left horribly exposed. You don't expect players to switch off in front of goal like that.
So the lead now is 2.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Oh, it's come loose. He's found a way past, and he's away. A lot of space. Decent chance! Just cruising. They are cruising. And the lead is extended still further. Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
It's starting to look like a done deal now.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage.
It's Nedved! Nedved! A diamond of a goal! He's got himself an absolute peach. Yet another goal in an awesome performance. They are in complete charge.
Number 15.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
And yes, it's him again. It's become a case of men against boys.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Oh, super ball. Plenty to aim at. Shapes to shoot! It's there! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
Botafogo are having a ball here.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the...
Chance for a shot! Keeper always had the measure of that.
He'll be irritated with that, Peter. He really did spring into life as he made his run.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And the finish! It's a goal! And this is getting ridiculous, borderline crazy.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him. Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock
everybody,
horns.
and welcome
This
to
is
today's
football
match.
at its finest. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, we're on the way. With so many teams now playing just one up front, Jim, it's easy to forget, isn't it, that strike partnerships used to be the norm.
Absolutely, Peter, but partnerships have proven themselves to be very productive over the years. They carry more might.
And we've had some legendary ones, haven't we?
Yeah, and how it usually works is that you've got one target man with the other striker playing off him and just looking to add another little bit of devilment.
And that is a little undercooked. Passing is crisp and sharp. Nicely weighted ball. Cross to the back post. He's got tall. Firm header just off target.
That's a really decent chance. That was well played, well stopped.
Nice control. It's a promising position. Oh, what a climb! Goal! Galatasaray! And Galatasaray have the lead. That is a fine goal, really efficiently done.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Nicely aimed pass. Ronaldinho looking to penetrate opposition lines. Hangs one in. Oh, smashing header! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Sané clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Nice looking ball.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Great chance! He's scored! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Now it's Sané.
That was lovely, that.
Sané stood up well to him there. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Rijkaard. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Galatasaray look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Danger averted for now. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. That is good alertness. Serginho. And it's Schneider. And it's Van Basten. Schneider. Serginho has it out wide and in space. Delivers the ball. Rijkaard. And here's Van Basten. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Sané.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Looking for a runner. Cristiano Ronaldo. Van Basten. Schneider. Mbappe. Can he get onto this? He's found a way through. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And here's Osimhen.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Now it's Mbappe. Searching pass he's played there. Mbappe is in a really good position out wide. And it's half-time here. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time.
Hello,
What
everybody.
do you think
and
we're
quick
up to
announcement
after
now.
45
We would like to
minutes?
ask you all
Well, I
to
think the
kindly
manager
stay seated
should be
during the
pretty
match.
happy that his
Thank you
side
for your
managed to come in
cooperation.
on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Now it's Van Basten. Mbappe! It is a corner. And we have our very first corner. Osimhen. And now a sudden chance to counter. Threads one in.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
And it's Schneider. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Van Basten. Osimhen, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Sané does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Sané. Pickford claims comfortably. Mbappe. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Lovely, now then. There's the header! It's a goal! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
And that has left him in a heap. Kagawa looking for the run, and he's picked it up out wide. Tries to pass it through. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Conte. Ronaldinho. Crosses it in. It's a mighty effort! Another fruitless header.
Galatasaray really need to convert one of these chances now. This service is good, but the finishing is pretty wasteful.
A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Schneider attempts a clearance.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Serginho. Rijkaard.
Sané, and he's managed to get... He's gone for goal! And he has kept it out somehow.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Just a quarter of an hour to play. Now it's Kagawa. Kagawa will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Ronaldinho. Oh, such a clever touch. Played out to the left flank. And this is... And he shoots! They've got to be quick to recover this. Oh, he's been caught napping. Van Basten. Here's Sané. And it's Ronaldinho. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Pinches it off him. Serginho. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. It's a throw-in.
Substitution for Galatasaray. Number 10, Sané. Number 23, Ronaldinho. Coming on the field, number 22, Isco. Number 4, Tadic.
No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Serginho. Pedri.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Played into space. Tadic providing an outlet on that flank. All hands on deck for this one. And it's been taken short. Played in deep. He rises! That was superb goalkeeping.
Rijkaard actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And time is up. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What... Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So off we go then. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Jordan Pickford. He's a great all-round goalkeeper, Peter. Great at shot stopping and dominant in his box.
And the shot! He's scored!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
The breakaway clinical and clean, and the finish unerring.
Yeah, I had a feeling we were going to see something like this, Peter. They're always looking to lure and lunge at you and hit you on the break, and it's very nicely done.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Serginho looking to get on the end of this. And he shoots! Conte.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
And here's Mbappe. Maradona looking to run onto it. Ronaldinho. Rummenigge. Well timed, excellent interception. Kaka. Serginho. Beckenbauer. Rijkaard. That's a cute ball. Conte. And it's Ronaldinho. Ambitious ball here. Rijkaard gets across to intercept that.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Dunk is always looking to break lines. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. It's a pretty loose pass. And he's gone searching crossfield. Gives it back. And it's Kaka. Spread out to the left. Cross goes in there. And a chance! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
That's great reading of the game, and it led to a decent chance. Cracking aggression.
Fenerbahce applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but of course, the returns can be terrific. Dunk. Beckenbauer. Cafu. And Maradona. Cafu. Beckenbauer.
Dunk. And it's Serginho. And the pass is intercepted. And the keeper's got it again. "15 minutes till half-time. Mbappe proves too strong. Kaka. Van Basten. Cannavaro demonstrating his defensive quality there. Turan. Vieira. Fenerbahce finding their passes. He won't be happy with that one. It's loose here and they'll want to reclaim it. Maldini pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Mbappe.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Ronaldinho. That pass has been well intercepted. And it's Serginho. Rijkaard. And he goes cross-field.
Good switch, that.
Here's Maradona. Not the most accurate pass. Maldini. Looking to play him in. Pelé providing an outlet on that flank. And the first 45 minutes are up. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Coming on to replace him is
We're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean...
Tries a shot! Sticks it away! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Oh, it's Van Basten. And he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. You knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
Isco. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Oh, that's a key interception. And this is Ronaldinho. Rijkaard. He's a sharp little ball. He's had a shot! Good save. Keeper read that well.
I actually fancied him to score then, but we should give the keeper credit for doing his bit.
That has not gone well.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Beckenbauer goes sliding in. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. And here's Kagawa. Now, can they get him away? A heavy challenge. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. And he has shown him a yellow card. Rijkaard. Isco. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
And he's there to make the challenge. And we have our very first corner. And that could well leave a mark. And now a sudden chance to counter. Looking for options for movement. And it's made its way to him. Just the goalkeeper to beat. Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. That's a good ball. Goes for a shot! Yes! And they are cruising away. That was a given. It always was.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves.
Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Oh, no messing about, it is red. The player's body language here is a bit grim. It is not looking great at all. Well, he waited a little while, but it does seem that the referee was eventually convinced that that was a clear enough chance he denied.
Substitution on the field, number 23, Kagawa. Coming on the field is number 19, Kukchu. Substitution.
This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. An opportunity then to pull clear here. Pirlo! Tremendous from Pirlo! A finish right from the top draw. Comfort, yet more comfort, easing away. Well, that was wonderful in every regard. Vision, concept, and considerable accuracy.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
As if 3 weren't enough, this is nigh on utopian. Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And that pass just didn't quite work. Half an hour gone in the second half. Kukchu. That has been cut short. He's shifting through the gears here. Shoots! No mistake! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
It's become a case of men against boys.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Cafu cuts out the pass. Kukchu takes control of it and he's on the move.
Well, they can at least make a fight of it. Even if it's just a goal, the lift it would give would be huge no matter what the end result is.
Can he finish? They've scored! They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary. To be expected, Peter, they've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Well, some players have clearly taken issue here, and things are threatening to boil over. This looks like a more than decent chance to strike. A real chance then to ease this unpleasant predicament. Maldini. Ronaldinho. Pele. And that's been intercepted. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And here's Van Basten. And he's found a way past. He's on, and the shot! And it's in!
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
Well, they have a goal, but it is surely too much to hope for a comeback.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Not the most convincing of passes. Kukcu. And that is a little undercooked. Ronaldinho in acres of space out wide. That'll be a corner.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Pirlo plays it short. Pele! Brought out the best in the keeper.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
And it's been taken short. They've won a corner.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Now it's Pele. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Tries to cut back. And that's it. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours,
Hello,
it might not
everybody,
feel
and
like that.
welcome to today's
The
match.
stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle will be massive, Peter. He's so physically dominant, such a destroyer.
But he does have a certain X-factor as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that's the side of his game that makes him so special, that ability to play on the front foot, triggering counter-attacks, quickening the tempo, and even carrying the ball forward, you know, if required.
Which has come to be expected from players in that position now, but at the time, of course, it was revolutionary.
Absolutely was.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And it's Maradona. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. Cross needs to be good. Oh, well played. Shevchenko. And this is Van Basten.
That's going in
That's
strongly.
beautifully weighted. Just the keeper to beat. Kaká! He's delivered all right!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
So, what's your view on that goal then?
Yeah, anything that's hit low with real pace like that makes it so much harder for the keeper, and he was never going to get to that.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
It's Van Basten! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Van Basten is offering a wry smile there. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
That's really well manoeuvred. Milan are looking to go forward now. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Shevchenko.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Beckenbauer pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Kagawa, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Van Basten. Back to the keeper it goes. Dunk. And the pass is intercepted. Tries to play it through. And that's a dangerous ball. Serginho. Oh, good-looking ball. Isco is always scanning the pitch for targets. Serginho charging forward down that flank. Kaká. Cruyff. Van Basten, who does have an assist to his name. Shevchenko stood his ground strongly. Oh, smashing header! No, couldn't quite control it.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Van Basten with the clearance. And this is Shevchenko! He's got a goal! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
Milan are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Looking for a runner. Neatly clipped into space, and he's picked it up out wide. Now the delivery. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Now it's Van Basten. And here's Van Basten. Tries to pass it through. Crosses. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Well, that is one way to stop him. And that has put paid to that. Nicely shaped ball. Oh, delightful ball. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. That has ended up in no man's land. Nicely weighted ball. Cafu. Maradona. Rijkaard. Now it's Cruyff. He's a sharp little ball here. Dunk. And it's Maradona. It's a searching pass.
That's positional goals, the utilisation of space.
There will be 1 minute added time.
It should be the goalkeepers, and it is. And it's half-time here. How would you review the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Just a quick announcement, and an exciting one too. We're about to announce today's lottery numbers. Please watch the screen if you have a ticket. Substitution on the field. Number
That
9.
gets things going for the second half.
But I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Probing pass. And he cuts out the supply. That's an imaginative pass. Isco. Isco will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, this is a great position. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Kaka. And it's Cruyff. Now it's Van Basten. Isco. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. The message is clear, none shall pass.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Kagawa. Kagawa going face-to-face with his great rival. Oh, what a climb! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Van Basten is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Van Basten. Searching pass he's played there. Calm claims comfortable.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Now it's Shevchenko. Can he get on the end of this? Good read, needed to be. Isco. Now he's got space here, and this is Van Basten. Van Basten was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Isco.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Gets himself into trouble and he's lost it. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, that's clever. That's the keeper's ball. Isco. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And he's running through. Shot a goal! that is decidedly lacking.
I think it's a very fair effort, Peter, considering he didn't have much in the way of space to play with.
Substitution.
Milan can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Shevchenko. Short changes him with that pass. Threads one in. Well, that pass isn't the best. And here's Shevchenko. Shevchenko finds himself offside. Now it's Shevchenko. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
That's good running with the ball. Batistuta. Rijkaard. Cafu. And it's Kagawa. Kagawa carries the ball down the right. Mbappe. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And he's there to get it away.
Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
Isco goes steaming forward. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head.
Well, they can at least make a fight of it. Even if it's just a goal, the lift it would give would be huge no matter what the end result is.
No, that was never going to make it. Ambitious ball here. And this is Cruyff. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Oh, easy pickings there. Now it's Lampard. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that is expertly dealt with.
Added time.
And he's quick to get it clear again. And here's Mbappe. Looking here to chip it through. Schneider. Danger averted for now. And that's that. A performance of perspiration, work rate, grit. And those... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. There's the whistle, and here we go. Galatasaray have chosen to go 4-3-3. Jim, how do you see it? Terrific header! Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air, and what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this team to notch up a lot of clean sheets with him on board.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Osimhen made a good run there. Rijkaard. Dunk. Beckenbauer. And it's Maradona. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Kagawa. Maradona looking to play him in. And that's been intercepted. Isco tries making a foray down the right. He's having a go! Oh, crossbar! That's a half-decent try.
Rijkaard must have been hit by a flash of doubt then. He complicated what looked like an easy opportunity.
No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. And he welcomes it in. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Cafu. And it's Rijkaard. Dunk. Serginho. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Isco. And it's Maradona. And the finish! Oh, that is very close.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Looking for a runner. Pass somewhat off target. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And that is expertly dealt with. That's the throw. Plays a sharp little ball here. And that's it. Climbs up big! Another fruitless header.
Yeah, nothing overly wrong with the way the ball's been played in. They just need to make it count.
Isco. Now it's Kagawa. Gets a good foot in there. Ambitious ball here. David Villa. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Otto. pull it. Pass is just off target. Otto is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Cafu.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Van Basten. Can he get it through? It's a promising position.
Well, not the worst attempt. A little technical tweak should help the quality.
And it's Rijkaard. Now it's Villa.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Good ball, good take. David Villa, little pass back. Now it's Van Basten. Maradona, out towards the flank. Now the delivery. Oh, what a climb! In he goes again. Big moment, massive goal.
Well, that's very much changed the complexion. It's also changed mindsets and moods in both teams.
And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak may be all it needs to change it.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
That's a lovely, neat pass. Galatasaray look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Now it's Van Basten. Opts for safety. Van Basten. Rijkaard. Passing is crisp and sharp. Tries to dink it. Foolish header! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Oh, that was vital.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Now that looks a decent ball. Dunk cuts it out. Still just a single goal between the sides. Rijkaard. Your impression so far, Jim?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
Serginho. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. 1-0 the score. Searching pass he's played there. Thuram. And it's Bellingham. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Maradona. A probing pass. And that's another good win of the ball. Serginho. Played into space. Thuram is the guilty party there. Now it's Hullet. Serginho. And back to the goalkeeper. Pickford, dominant, commanding, a true colossus between the posts. And Maradona. Nice looking ball. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Well, that is one way to stop him. And here's Hullet. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Nice interception, well timed. Maldini. Kagawa. It's a searching pass. Maradona. Maradona with the delivery. Oh, what a mistake! Oh, that's neat. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And that is as far as they're going to go. Pull it. Great vision. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Substitution for Galatasaray. Number
So,
11,
time for changes on both sides, actually.
Number 22, Bellingham. Number 6,
And it's Bale.
Rodri.
Osimhen.
In the field, number 17.
That should be the goalkeepers, and it
Number
is.
5,
I thought it was going to happen
Number
then.
13,
How many more chances can they realistically expect
Substitution
now?
in progress.
Great defending, strong and determined. He's in a good position here. He's had a shot! He's scored! Dying minutes, and we're all square again. He made it happen. Squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that. But you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that shot.
And he's had a hit! Oh, that's incredible! And that has raised the roof! And that is about as cool as they come. And there goes the final whistle. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning.
I'd like to
So
draw
a
your attention
dramatic
to the screen
game
right
decided
now for
in its
information on
very
your
last
shuttle bus
moments.
Well, this looked like it had a draw written all over it, Peter, so...